You ever watch Blue's Clues?
Of course. Love Blue's Clues.
Here's the mail that never fails. It makes me want to wag my tail. And that's how I want to start this meeting off. Okay. Welcome or hello to the weekly Bella Vita Check-In, where me and Steven will be discussing basically goals, a little bit of our personal lives, and we'll want to keep accountability. And I think this is a good way to do it.
Hell yeah. Let me pull up my metrics because my accountability in our New Year's episode was, and that's kind of like where this all spawned from, was like we just want to keep doing this and keep each other on track with things.
I think it's a fun way to keep track of it.
It's a fun way to keep track of it.
Yeah.
And it's like I literally have the accountability of everyone.
I walk up to Steve. I'm like, I need 15 minutes of your time today. Oh, just walk right in. And this is the only time at this very moment in time. Oh, go shoot right now.
You were like, hey, when can we record? And I was just like, now. That's the only time I have today to make this work. So, the thing that I was keeping accountable to was the Million Dollar Playbook, right?
Well, hold on.
On the business side, at least.
You're going too fast.
All right. Yeah, I know you have a plan.
I have a plan. I have an agenda, which is very weird to me. Do I have a plan?
Yeah, you're usually not the
I'm not a
agenda type for a podcast, but for something like this where it is like you're trying to keep this regimented.
Yes.
And as I go off topic again, so it's good to have a plan when you know what you want to do.
Well, I just said before we start this, like I want to keep it short, and we love to talk.
We're not gonna fucking do that.
All right,
we're not gonna
keep going. Hour 3.
Yeah, let's talk about. I cut my finger this morning.
I cut my nose, so that's the red dot in my nose. I just want to take away from his cutting his finger. What happened?
Yeah. I was, the tape that's got like the saw at the end of it, like the big roll of tape with the packing tape.
So the red one.
Yeah. I just cut my finger on that.
Was that like the biggest injury you ever had?
No. Do you want to know the biggest injury I ever had?
We'll save it for next week.
Okay.
Spoiler.
Add it to your agenda for the questions for next week.
I want to ask Steve what was the... It's like, do I ask what was the worst injury or the stupidest?
This is what we call a tease in the radio industry.
Injury.
You're teasing next week's podcast already.
I am. Well, how's your personal life? How things going home? You just went to Disney.
Just did a Disney trip. Not like super planned. I mean, you have to plan a Disney trip, but we literally decided 2 weeks before that we were going to do.
That's the best.
Some type of trip. Holly gets very busy in January with her job because she has like year end for the accounting work that she does. So like from January, like literally tomorrow through mid-February, she like doesn't get an off day and she works crazy hours. So you
actually have to kind of be a little bit more mentally prepared for that to probably take a little bit more of a
I have to be
the dad position.
Yeah, I got to be more flexible during this time. Like, we have her parents helping a lot with with the baby and watching her a couple days a week.
Which is incredible, man.
Yeah,
a lot of people don't get that.
It's huge. But then we still do daycare a couple days a week. And so, like, normally we split, like, drop off, pick up, or that stuff. Like, I'm going to have to be the drop off and pick up pretty much every day.
Nice. Do you have a dad hat?
Yeah.
Cool.
Should I wear it next week?
All right, Steven, you can ask me, how's my personal life?
How's your personal life?
It's great. It's fucking... No. It's been actually really good. I feel like the New Year's is kind of like, for me, it is a good starting point, but I also find it a little bit of like, you don't need a new year to start what you want to start. Like, I firmly believe that because we started the studio in July. It's just like, I'm just very, if I'm going to do something, I'm going to do it. And
there's no waiting for the right moment when you know what you want to do, right? But there is something to the, like, habits and the new things being built around the new year.
Yeah.
That, like, I wasn't always a believer in. Mm-hmm. But having that, like, firm moment because there's always this, like, period of reflection.
Yes.
Nobody does any work the last week or two of the year.
I think, and people are asking me, how's your, like, the void, that void period from Christmas to New Year's. I'm like, I'm just going to spend time thinking about what I did this year and really like what I don't want to do and what I really want to do, you know?
Yeah, that's what I think that time should be used for. It's a great great time to like reflect and
We'll make a culture change.
look at what you've been doing. I don't have like a set protocol or
But you don't
anything
even
like
follow,
that.
you do follow a traditional work schedule.
Yeah, for the most part. I mean, I'm pretty flexible where like sometimes I'll wake up and I'll do work in the morning before my kid's awake. Sometimes I'll, do work at night when my kid's asleep. Like, but for the most part, I'm pretty much most days like 8 to 4.
It was pretty solid.
Yeah, and then like a couple days a week I can go till 6 before I have to be home. Yeah, that's pretty much it. So personal life, tell me what's going on.
So yeah, I felt like really got off with a really great start this year. I feel a lot at ease. Holidays were absolutely chaotic, and it's kind of funny. Like you mentioned, like you didn't plan the Disney trip. So the lights at Jones Beach.
Mm-hmm.
So we've been going it since Lena has been born. After Lena, actually, the year after, so she was able to kind of realize what was going on. Lena, so right before Christmas, it was very chaotic, very planned with my in-laws. And there was nothing wrong with it. It's just the stress behind getting a group of people together.
Mm-hmm.
And we all hopped in the minivan. I'm a minivan. We have a minivan, and it is the best purchase, underestimated. And, oh, man, I have so many stories to tell, but I don't want to tell it right now. About the minivan. So it was like kind of a very intense.
There's no way we're keeping these to 15 minutes.
No, I know.
Because now I'm looking at you and I'm like, tell me about those socks. What's going on?
Anyway, intense moment. I felt there was a little bit stressor behind it. And then this Saturday, after the holidays were over, Alexa looks at me at 4:30 and goes, "We have an extra ticket to the Jones Beach Light Show." And it was just me, my wife, and my 2 kids. And we just hopped in the car. And I felt like that was the better. It was just, nothing was planned. And it was just like, we went with the flow. And I enjoyed it like times X. Not to say I didn't enjoy it with my in-laws. I did. But I don't know. I like the unplanned stuff and just going with it.
Yeah, I'm very big on.
I'm sorry I tried to plan this meeting out.
When you want to do something, you can do it. And like, we just wanted to get away, go somewhere warm. That was the initial plan. Was like, let's go somewhere warm. That's not incredibly expensive at the end of the year.
You picked Disney.
Yeah, but we have a little bit of a connection. Her father used to work for Marvel, and
He's
is
cool.
retired now. So we get the lifetime like family discount, 40% on, 40% on the resorts, and we got free tickets. Because he gets like 2 free tickets every year that he can just accumulate. They expire every like 2 or 3 years.
So you're a lucky bastard.
But yeah, I mean, we did 2 days in the parks, and we didn't have to pay for the tickets at all, which was nice.
Nice. You want to know about the socks?
Yeah, tell me about the socks.
Very simple. I've noticed on the podcast that my socks show a lot.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, I got to step my sock game up. That was basically in a nutshell. So
All right,
these,
cool. I love it. Go ahead. What else is on your agenda here?
there was so much more for me to say, and I'm cutting it off. So last week, here at the studio, we gathered everybody. Was it last week or the year before? 2 weeks ago.
2 weeks ago.
2 weeks ago, got everybody together.
It might have been the beginning of last week. Whatever. Doesn't fucking matter.
It was the beginning of last week, right?
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Time is really, I don't know it. Never met her. Well, we did the round table, and I really felt like somebody like me that I always wanted proper mentorship. And we got you have your staff, particularly because these are MMP employees originally. I felt like your staff and then you all collectively coming together and just discussing goals and coming up with a SMART goal, what I've learned about how to achieve goals. I think your level of success is really going to be on point because we all walk in this room together at the studio, and like I would just pick the one topic everybody had very similar to. It was health. Everybody wanted to improve their health.
Yeah, everyone had some type of health-related goal, whether it was losing weight, gaining weight,
Whatever.
getting consistent in the gym. Like everyone had something that was health-related.
So I think, like, I love the camaraderie. I love the camaraderie. Camaraderie. Here's a funny story, and I have to pivot this way just a little bit. This morning, I was scheduled for the 6 a.m. 8-well class, and I was on a wait list, and I had to wait, obviously, because that's what a wait list is. So at 5:30, I messaged 8-well to see if I get a response, and I didn't. Actually, 10 minutes later, I did get a response. But at that moment in time, like, I'm not rushing to get out the door to hopefully get into the gym. I was like, you know what? I'll just bump it to the next class, which is, 7 o'clock. And look who walks through the door. First Arnold,
there.
actually.
Yeah,
Arnold
was
walked
there
through the door.
first.
Arnold.
And then me. I just walked in the door. I knew you were both going to... Well, I knew Arnold was going to be there. I didn't know you were going to be there. And I was looking for you, though, when I got there. Because I was like, I think Dan sometimes goes to the 7 o'clock. So I walked in, and I went, let's fucking go.
Let's fucking go. Let's fucking go. But going back to the goals and everything, it's the camaraderie. It's good to see Arnold, you. We're all trying to just be a little bit more healthier, trying to gauge it. And it is easier when you have friends, colleagues teaming up.
Mm-hmm.
And that, like, what I was trying to say is, like, you walk through the studio, I think everybody's going to have each other's back, And I think also the other thing is, like, big thing I always had with, like, work and stuff. It's like, oh, you want to go out to lunch? And I'm like, yeah, I'll go out to lunch. And then they order this massive meal, and I'm like, but I don't want to really eat a massive meal. I just want to have, like, something small. But here, you were just talking right before the podcast, like, now we'll gear towards healthier meals and healthier choices.
Yeah. It's good to know, like, all right, we order lunches fairly frequently here for the team and for the people that are coming in, especially if we have, like, people in the studio and stuff. We always like to have stuff around, like, I'm just going to stay away from the pizzas. I'm going to stay away from the...
Oh, man.
It's like, all right, it's easy to order a couple of pies and leave it on the table, and then people can eat it throughout. Or when they have guests coming in and out, it's, like, good to just have something. But maybe we should make it part of our culture to just be a little bit more conscious of that stuff.
Yeah. All right. Because we're wrapping up in 5 minutes.
Okay.
For those that don't know what this is. This is a chess
timer.
Fucking game changer. I don't know what it is. I guess it's just... So, Steve, because you are the one that explained it to me, and I went out and bought 2 of them, one for the studio, one for my home office. I want you to explain this clock.
All right. Well, I guess you have one that has the capability of counting up, right? I see it's counting up right now. This side's at 49 minutes. This
I think I
side's
can
at
program
29.
however I want. But
what's this side mean to you? Productive or
that's
unproductive?
productive.
That's productive?
Yeah.
Should I flip it?
Hip, yeah. Now we're unproductive.
Yeah. Well, so I don't know how you're utilizing it, but I listened to the Chris Williamson year-end podcast that he does with his buddies every year, where they're always checking in. And I forget which one it was, but they said that one of their, like, life hacks of the year was buying a chess timer. And this was someone who owns a business and has a team and struggles with getting pulled away from his desk all the time, or pulled away because an issue pops up.
Or to do a podcast.
Or to do a podcast, right? Mine's sitting on my desk right now running in the unproductive side. And it's not unproductive. Can
you just flip it back over?
You're considering this productive?
No, hold on. The productive side was the right side. The unproductive was the left side.
It's going up.
Oh, good. I'm unproductive. Thank you.
So what he said was the chess timer allowed him to see how much of his time he was actually spending doing work, right? So he bought a chess timer that he put on his desk that counts up, and he used it to see, like, oh, how often am I getting a phone call that's pulling me away from work, or getting up to go to the bathroom, or eating lunch, or talking to my team.
It
pulled, like, because as the boss, or as the person who's getting questions asked of them all the time, you often sit down with an intention. And I've realized in the first 2 days of doing this, because I started doing it on the 5th, and today is the 6th, or today's the 7th.
Is that your metrics you're talking about? Or never mind.
I have some metric. That's one of the metrics that I'm tracking now. Because it's not like I have a goal. It's just something that I want to see if I have.
It's awareness.
Yeah, it's awareness. And, like, in the first day of sitting down at my desk, I was here from 9 o'clock until 3:30. or like 8:30 until 3:30. And I have the two categories as locked in and pulled away, right? So even though this is productive work for me, right? This is cool. Like, we're making content. This is valuable for the business. It's valuable for us to do these check-ins on a personal and professional level, but it's not like locked in on the tasks that I know I need to get done today, right? So those tasks are like my sales calls, my follow-ups, the certain things that I have to do for building things for the business. That's the work that requires me to like put my headphones in, sit down, hop on the phone and call people, or stare at my screen and get work done.
So what is your metric? From you said you track.
So there's no like goal or metric that I'm tracking. It's just simply locked in versus pulled away.
So let's hear it.
So the first day that I did it, and the only day that I have written down here, I was here for a total of 6 hours or 8 or 7 hours. 6 hours. I was pulled away for 3 hours and 43 minutes.
Wow.
And I was locked in for 2 hours and 17 minutes.
Isn't that wild?
So I got 2 hours and 17 minutes of work done on the tasks that I planned to get done for that day. And the rest of the time I was eating lunch. I was answering a phone call that wasn't planned. I was talking to you. I was talking to the team. I was scrolling on Instagram or whatever the fuck I was doing. Yeah. But it wasn't the work that needed to get done.
So with that piece, this is what I want you to get now. Well, you can't. You're a media company. You have to go on Instagram. So never mind. I was going to say get a brick.
Yeah, that's the thing that I struggle with is like
you're
being locked
company.
out of those things.
But you have to. You're monitoring my posts.
Yes, and no. Right? It's like sometimes I need immediate access, but a majority of the time I can plan that. I can plan that again.
I guess you could incorporate 11 o'clock to 12 o'clock, just whatever post they already posted out to verify that everything's done.
And because I have a team, it doesn't necessarily have to be me, right? So
I think you'll figure that out.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for the life hack, and let's wrap this up. So since we opened the studio November 1st of last year, how many clients? I know you rolled MMP clients into the studio.
Phone call. Who's that? Let me do some thinking on that, actually.
Well, you just want to stick for this month so far? Let's just stick with this month.
With January?
Yeah. How many clients did we get so far?
Do we have planned in, like, they have booked studio time?
Yep.
3.
Nice.
Yeah. Actually, it'll be a 4th pretty soon. I like a 4th that's locked in that just we haven't picked a date yet. So 4. So 4.
Sweet.
Week 1, 4.
Let's go.
Yeah.
I did want to ask you about the sprint, but I'm going to ask you about it next week.
I mean, I could just do quick, high-level sprint. I have 3 metrics that I'm tracking.
Go.
So I talked about breaking out my year for the Million Dollar Playbook, having the amount of leads and communications that I need to have, the amount of closes that I need to have every sprint, which is every 10 weeks. I need to close 6 new clients. Day 1 of sprint 1, I did 2 communications, sent out 1 proposal, and got 1 close. So we're already, ahead of the curve of needing to close 6 clients in this period, right? So
Sweet.
Staying consistent and having those small daily actions. I mean, it's really simple. I'm tracking communications, proposals, and closes, and I'm tracking revenue because the ultimate goal at the end of the outcome of these actions is the revenue, right? So we have our goal for sprint 1 that we want to hit, and we are a little more than 16% of the way there. So
hell yeah,
that's a positive because if we break it out over 10 weeks, every week, if we did 10% of the goal, we would be hitting our total 100%.
And I think this is going to help. I think this.
Yeah, I mean it's cool.
He's putting it out on record.
Be able to
He's announcing to the world that he's going to keep doing this.
Yeah, I just need to talk to 3 people every single day.
He doesn't want to look like a fool.
I don't want to look like a fool.
Don't look like a fool.
I mean, I often look like a fool, but that's fine.
Fool.
I don't mind looking like a fool.
What
about you? Any business?
Oh, business. personal life is number one. Just present. Really, I love this thing where I got the big ass calendar.
Nice.
So I do have my goals, but I think the big ass calendar was an overall idea where I'm planning family around work, and I love that concept. That real estate possibility to get another house in Massapequa, that will be massive. It will be the biggest project I'll ever undertake with a massive project projection. This was a guy basically knocked on the door, so it's a straight up, hey, can I buy your house type of deal. So that could possibly happen. I also have one property, unfortunately, I have court. I'm evicting a tenant, and then I have another house that's going to be an Airbnb that I'm going to have to close on. I'm excited to do the Airbnb market. So that's real estate. W-2, just massive of collectively going through everybody's certifications of over 200 employees. So, right, like, you see me on my desk right now, that's all I'm doing is going through everybody's certifications and keep rolling podcasts out, man. That was the fourth goal. So those 4 pillars, they're just basically getting to the next level.
What are those pillars again? Personal,
real estate.
W-2.
Well, it really W-2, real estate, and podcast.
And that's in order of?
That's just general order, and it's to optimize everything. And there could be a week it's all real estate, and like this week is really for me is like all W-2 because it's like all hands on deck. This is like every day 8-9 hours of work because it's just a tremendous amount of work. And then it could be, damn, maybe we're going to film 3 podcasts one week and bang out, 2-3 months worth of content. So it is finding the harmony, which 2 of my new business coaches have told me I don't need balance, I need harmony.
Right.
And that's basically how each pillar. But personal life, that's kind of like the non-negotiable. Come home, present. Got to be present.
I love the term that Adam and Tom use of work-life harmony instead of work-life balance, because when you're in harmony, it flows, right? So we've talked about the faders. I use the audio board as the analogy all the time because you have let's call them the 4 pillars. So you have 4 faders, right? And like when family fader is blasted all the way up because it has your full focus, the other ones are not going to be at full blast. Like there's no way you can do all 4 at 100% all the time.
You can blast your ears out.
Yeah. It's just going to be too loud, right? There's going to be too much noise going on.
Too much noise. That's a great analogy. I think we should end on that.
That's perfect.
I'll see you next week, Stephen.
I'll see you next week, Dan.
I'm going to see you all day today.
Yeah. I'll see you the rest of today and tomorrow, and then I'll see you next week.